Don't lose you. Some people say, don't lose yourself. You have you have an identity. You have goals, dreams. There's certain things that will move other people that won't move you, and there's certain things that'll move you that won't move other people. You know, what will make you passionate about something, another person they will be blasé about it. They will be, eh, they could take it or leave it. You are, and I discovered that the more you work and the more that you are headed towards who you are, like for instance, I could take a person who likes working with numbers and put them in a position where they're working with their hands. Well, it just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You're not built for that. You're not wired. Well, some people say, well, and I do believe in this. You can be a jack of all trades, right? But there's certain things that'll move you. You take, for instance, if a person who is a really good musician, it will not just involve a person who can play those notes click by click using theory, but a person who's a musician, people will be moved by how they move, right? And that tone goes through the music. And they hear it. Some people say, "Man, the music's got so much feel to it," right? The thing about life in general is, and you've probably heard this term, is that some people just don't know how to stay within their own lane, right? I like to call them busybodies. The more busy people are with other people's lives and less of their own is because their lives are quite boring. Passion can be found anywhere, right? It really doesn't matter what passion that you possess. It matters whether you're going towards a passion. It matters whether the way you're existing is moving you, because that involves your passion. People live their lives and they allow times to pass and pass on, and they miss out on their passion. It becomes a thing of the past. Some people pick it up later on in their life. They'll pick up their passion and they move with it with such force and such intensity because they said, hey, look, I wasted my life and my time on passing away my time on something that was not my passion. When you lose your life and you give it up to other people and their expectations, they have a way of changing you. And they do. They really have a way of changing you and forming you to their liking. And it takes a whole lot of guts, courage, and bravery to move away from the invisible cords that moves you the way a puppet show is performed. That's why puppets are called dummies. You don't ever want to be a dummy in your life. And you know how you know that you're dealing with people who are trying to get you to be who they want you to be, form you in their own image. They are really the dummies. The puppet masters are really the biggest, dumbest people ever, because as long as you can, when you cut those cords, you're way more powerful and dangerous than they are, because that is how they move through their life, right? Why you can't allow yourself to get controlled and to be lost in someone else's show is because their show usually is a shit show. It's a poo show. A lot of times people who like to control other people don't know what they're doing. They're rather incompetent at so many things. And I've learned that the talented and the modest ones are the ones who are really the show. And when they start to move towards the avenue of where they are gonna just make it happen. The ones who are really don't have anything going for them can't get on the road with them because they move so precisely and so decisively and so rightly. So I'll just say is that don't live under the shadow of other people. And shadow makers, I should say, are the ones who will take what your light, your blooming, the outward place, and place you back in the shadows, because that's what they are. The thing is about them, they're the sideliners. They're the ones on the side. And whether you think they're cheering you on, don't look for people who cheer you on. Don't ever look for people who are on the sidelines. If they don't have their own passion and they don't have their own gain, they're going after something. They're the kind of people that are going to try to get yours. And be careful of the ones, especially that watch you, whether they're jealous of what you may have, whatever. Is that when you get it, they will somewhat come into, they'll swoon in like a crow into your environment, trying to get the benefits of what you have because they think they have a right to it. And if they know that you're in a place now, you're taken off, they'll come along and try to somewhat make you believe that they have something to do with it. Don't let people steal what is yours, especially try to shadow you. And getting on to the bit about God, God cheers on people who first put the value of character above the gain of the end result of whatever they're going after. When the value of character is super abundant in your life, you'll add so much dignity that when you're there collecting the prize, the people looking on can see you as an example, that you're not there alone to get the prize. They see somebody who's modest, somebody who's talented, and someone who has gained it the right way. And it matters in life because time goes by, and I tell you, man, that you can be left with a whole lot of sour grapes if you're not careful, especially when you think that what you were having was good for you, and you realize what you basically was having was other people's expectations and their decision for you and your life. No one gets to decide your life but you and God. And it's much more important you allow God to help you decide what's the best life for you. Because Jesus said, I am the life. And that's the main goal that you want to have, and gold, I should say, you want to have in your life. Let God give you the best choice, because that passion, He will never take it away from you. You were born with that passion. And if that passion has dignity with it, and it has a whole lot of stuff that'll make other people's lives more richer, it's a good passion to have. So I'll leave you with this: don't lose your life in other people's versions, because they're messed up. They don't even know where they're going, and you don't want their picture. In the end, their picture is nothing. They're painters painting a very distorted picture of everyone else, and it's not just you. But that's what makes them such busybodies. Don't let them. As this song I heard years ago, they will come and do whatever they do, but don't you let them. They'll come. They'll be mean. They'll be so weird and all these other things, but don't you let them. Okay, don't you let them. You can't allow it. It's too important. It's too important. Time is on our side, and time can also be our greatest correction, because it leaves a lot. It can leave a whole lot of regrets if you don't take action towards your passion. Have a good day, and like my videos and subscribe. That's the only way YouTube pushes these messages out. And be inspired, man. You're all about you and you're about. You left something from behind, and you're out now. There you are, a grown man and woman. That's it. No one else gets to decide it but you. Have a good day.